So today I am posting a pick a card reading for the very first time ever. I felt like this was something I needed to do today, like I was being guided to do this by spirit. I have three separate piles here. The first one is my raw amethyst. It's really difficult to see the purple in this, but it is one of my favorite stones that I have. Next is my raw emerald. And then the third pile is my raw ruby. So pile one, once again, is the amethyst. Pile two is the emerald, and pile three is the ruby. For those of you that chose the amethyst, these are your cards. I wanted to get a look at them first because I wanted to make sure I had the broad overall message to give you, because I have so much energy flowing through me right now that it's a little hard for me to focus on cards individually as I turn them over. So for my Art Nouveau deck, I pulled the Four of Swords. The lighting's terrible. Sorry. Four of Swords, the Four of Chalices, or the Four of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like these cards are talking about the fact that you've been in isolation. You've maybe chosen a wrong relationship past, and it has led to a wrong relationship past. Sorry, wrong. How do I want to word this? You feel like you have made wrong choices in your relationships, and not necessarily even romantic ones. So that could also be friendships, and it has led you to a place where you are worried about your finances. But with Mirabai, I am sorry if I pronounce any of these wrong. I'm not great with other languages. This is a card of devotion, and I pulled that with the mushrooms. And in this oracle deck, these basically symbolize you've had a quiet growth, and your devotion to your goals is going to allow you to be successful. Sowelo, I know that I'm pronouncing this wrong. It's a card of concentration, and it helps shed light on your goals and helps you focus. And I think all of these together are leading you towards a path that is very enlightened and beneficial to you. Sorry, for the regular tarot, I chose the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. I feel like the combination of these cards is telling you that you are in fact on the right path. You are in a place where you're capable of being very nurturing, and you're able to help push yourself and others towards their goals. You just need to take time to really plan things out before you take action and make sure that you're maintaining balance in your life. It's very easy to get swept up in the moment and just kind of go headfirst into a new project, especially if you are concerned about finances, as the Five of Pentacles indicates. So we really want you to take time to rest, which is what the Four of Swords is all about. It's a lot of this card is just about taking time for yourself to rest and finding balance in your life. And I feel like that's incredibly important. I do find it interesting. You have, in all the cards that I pulled, you have three different fours. You have the Four of Swords twice and the Four of Chalices. I think the fact that you have the Four of Swords twice is really just emphasizing the fact that you need to take time for yourself in all of this. And you may need to do that before you even proceed with your other plans, just because you need to be in a healthy headspace. It's, oh. Once you take this time you will have the ability to be more nurturing of yourself, of others, of your career plans. But I feel like this is a very good omen for you. So hopefully this resonates with someone. Please comment below. This is a whole new thing for me, and I just feel slightly overwhelmed, so I would love some feedback. Okay, for everyone that chose the Emerald, these are your cards. I looked at all of them to get an idea of what the larger message is. We will start with these smaller ones. You have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Sun, and the Knave of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, with the Oracle cards. I got Emily Dickinson and Creature's Paw. The rune card is Degas. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, to anyone that knows the proper pronunciations. And then for your regular tarot cards, I chose the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. I have to say, you have so many cards dealing with money. Because you have the Knight, the Knave, the Two, and the Seven, all Pentacles. It's crazy. That's a lot. So this is definitely a very financial heavy reading. The Two of Pentacles really is kind of telling me that you have two important people in your life. One of them you feel like is betraying you, and the other you feel like is the loyal friend that you can trust and will help carry you through anything. But you're not sure which one is which. So as you take time to discover that, one of them will help you move forward in a new job or something that'll bring new money in. And if you choose the Knight of Pentacles to carry through with them, you will have some success. This card just tells you you'll have a lot of joy with that. The combination of these two, it speaks to the fact that you really are trying to find that friend. Like, Emily Dickinson represents the soul, and I feel like the person that is also the Knight of Pentacles for you, I feel like this is the same person. This person is a soulmate of sorts for you. It may not be a romantic soulmate, but a friend soulmate. They're someone that you will be able to trust. I feel like the Creature's Paw goes more with the Ace of Swords. This other person, they're just going to bring you trouble if you don't plan carefully. And the whole object is you want to have joy and happiness. And you have the Sun. It's such a good omen. You just have to really be careful. Like, someone's going to bring you a good message. Like the Knave of Pentacles and the Magician, that's going to be the person that brings you good news financially. I feel like the Knave of Swords, the Knight of Swords, let's read that correctly. I feel like the Knight of Swords is going to be someone that helps you figure out which is the friend that you can trust and which one is not. They're going to come into your life and they're going to really help you cut that other person out. And then with this particular deck, the Three of Wands is really just showing that you will overcome any adversities. So even if you don't follow the easier path, eventually you will end up right where you need to be. It's just that one path is going to be more difficult for you than the other. I really hope this resonates with someone. If it does, please leave a comment below, because this is a new experience for me. And as I told those that chose the amethyst, and as I will tell those that choose the ruby, I have so much energy running through me right now. It is a little difficult for me to focus since this is the first time I've done this type of reading. Okay, this final reading is for those of you that chose the ruby. This, if you've watched straight through, you've seen me kind of struggle with the first two. This one is probably the most straightforward one to me. It was the easiest one for me to figure out. Start with these cards. You have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. With the Oracle, you have Janet Frame for belonging, and you have the Wall. For the Ruin card, you have Ingus. Once again, I am sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. And then for your regular tarot cards, you have the King of Swords, the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Cups. This entire thing is really, really fascinating to me. We'll start with these cards because it's very prevalent to me. Like, you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. You have a balance here of feminine and masculine energy. And the Nine of Pentacles here in the middle shows me, and with the Chariot, like, I feel like you're working towards that balance. But you really have to look into yourself and deal with things that you may not be ready to deal with. I feel like this involves a lot of shadow work. And for those of you that aren't familiar with what shadow work is, it's basically going through and really deeply dealing with things that may have caused you trauma in your life and things that have shaped who you are, maybe without you realizing it. Yeah, it's and then we have here and here we have walls. You're building up walls around yourself as you're trying to find out where you belong and who you are as a person, and you're kind of blocking those people out that are willing to help you. It's definitely, I feel like it's definitely made you suspicious, but you have people that are willing to help you grow as a person, and they're willing to help you take on this challenge. You may find yourself in more of a feminine or a masculine energy, and you just need to help. You need to find someone, or you need to let someone in that is capable of helping you find that balance and work towards that success. And try not to worry too much about the things that bring you down. Like, yes, you need to work through them, but once you do, you will be a happier person. Like, I think the Four of Wands is usually a card of celebration to me. That's how I usually interpret it. And I feel like when you find that balance, you will be able to celebrate and really see where you belong. Like, you will be able to see your true self. I know this card looks really dark and eerie for that, but that sense of belonging is so important for some people, and it could just be you accepting yourself. That could be the only sense of belonging you need. I don't have anything else to say, though. That's just the biggest thing that's jumping out at me. Just, if you have these walls built up around you, like, try and let someone in, even if it's difficult. Just let one person in intuitively, follow your gut, and they might surprise you. If this resonates with you, please let me know. I've told the previous two choices, I've had a lot of energy running through me, and this has just felt really weird and off for me because this is the first time I've done a reading in this type of way. But I felt really moved to share that with everyone. So hopefully you got something out of it.